Kim.
So I'm a big believer in trusting your gut, trusting like your instincts, that little voice in your head and that little pain in your stomach that is trying to tell you the right decision to make and the right path to go on. But I didn't really understand what that meant until I was a senior in high school. See, I was 16 when I started. I didn't turn 17 until halfway through at the end of November. And in New York, that means you can't drive. And I'd gotten into my head that I wasn't cool in high school because I couldn't drive to school. And the thing is, guys, I can tell you many years after the fact that I wasn't cool in high school, and it had nothing to do with the fact that I couldn't drive. And then I would wake up every morning and ask my dad to drive me to school. And sometimes he would say yes, and sometimes he would say no, because, the man has a job that he has to get to. He worked in Manhattan, which was like an hour away, and my school was a half an hour the wrong way. And I got it. I understood. But this one morning, I woke up, and I said, "Hey, Dad, can you drive me to school?" And he said, "I can't. I have a meeting downtown at 8:30 in the morning." And I said, "No, come on, just drive me to school." And he goes, "I can't, Kim. I have this meeting. It's at 8:30. It's downtown. I'll never get there in time." And he leaves, and he goes about his morning routine, But I get it in my head that I have got to be driven to school. There's something in the pit of my stomach saying, I've got to be driven to school. I'm not taking the bus. So I do something that I've never done my whole life. I walk outside, and the bus comes to my front door, and I wave it away. And I miss the bus on purpose. And I walk in, and I'm like, "Hey, Dad, now you gotta drive me to school." And the thing is, guys, I wish you could have been there during the epic lecture that I got as my dad drove me to school. He told me I was spoiled and a brat and a diva, and I didn't understand adult responsibility. And it ended when I was walking out of the car, and he said, "If I miss this meeting, then when I get home, you are dead." And he zooms away. But you guys, I'm now cool because I'm breaking the rules. So I'm walking around, and I get my chocolate chip muffin from the cafeteria, and I decide I'm going to be late to first period of class. And as I walk into class a little late, I hear somebody say something about the Twin Towers, but I ignore it. And I get into my classroom, and my teacher has this stoic look on his face, and he says, "Guys, 2 planes just hit the towers. We're under attack." And my little teenage brain can't understand the new emotions that I'm feeling, and I know it's trying to connect 2 thoughts, but I can't figure out what it is. So my brain tells my mouth to laugh, because that's all I got. So I giggle, and my teacher says, "Yeah, Kim, it's really funny. All of these people just died." And that's when it clicks in my brain, because my dad's just started a new job, and that 8:30 meeting is on the 89th floor of the North Tower. Yeah. So, and it's in flames at this point. So I kind of go around, and you get shuffled from classroom to classroom, but you're not really learning anything. You're just getting shuffled from one place to another. And I call my mom periodically, and all she kept saying is, "I don't know where he is." And this is 2001, and cell phones barely work. And I have my little flip phone, and I'm just waiting around, and I start hearing that phrase going on in my head. When I get home, you are dead. And it's playing on repeat, and it's getting so loud that I can't hear anything else. But the only thing that drowns it out is a new sound. It's a ring. Because it's that damn flip phone from 2001, before the Nokia and before you could play Snake on your phone. And a voice comes through my cell phone, and it says 3 things. "I'm okay. I'm picking you up. I have to get off the cell phone. They need the cell service." And about an hour later, my larger-than-life father picks me up from school, and he doesn't say anything. But he physically puts me into the car, and he makes sure my seatbelt is on. And he takes my hand with his right hand, and he drives with his left hand, and he says nothing as we're driving home. And when we get into the driveway, he shuts off the car, and he doesn't look at me. He just says, "I changed my meeting because you made me late, and I went to the Brooklyn job site instead." And my dad, he wasn't in the North Tower that day because I was a brat. I was a spoiled, rotten diva who demanded to be driven to school because this little voice in my head told me I had to be driven to school. And the thing is, guys, I don't know what we learned as a country that day. I have no idea. I don't even know what I learned as a person that day. But I'm going to tell you this. For better or for worse, every time I hear something in my head and I feel that pain in my intestines telling me that this is the right decision to do, I tell you right now, I listen to it every damn time. Thank you.
Give a big round of applause for Kim. Give it up for Kim.